Well, hello, my beautiful gems. This is Maria from The Guided Gem, and I'm here to do your daily guidance. So, my beautiful gems, today is going to be one that is going to be quite interesting. So, let's go ahead and see what's brewing with my gems. So, today we're going to talk about teamwork. Look at how interesting this picture is. I see a lot of wisdom, I see a lot of worry, I see a lot of history, a lot of culture. I see, a lot of color too. A worn out, beat up person, kind of that energy. But it says teamwork, and it's card number 44. So 44 is always talking about your foundation. And for me, 44 has been a number that's been coming up in my life many, many times over. But 44 is about not only your foundation, but it's about understanding the tools that you need to make that solid foundation. And if you're familiar with finances, I mean, 4-4 is that foundation. Without a foundation, you can't build any financial structure. You can't build any financial stability. You can't build any financial security or even savings, right? So 4-4 and teamwork is really connected. It's intertwined in my mind. And this energy is coming in today to kind of bring us that reminder, why is teamwork important? And the message, actually, this deck talks about the gift. So the gift that it brings to you, and this is the Wisdom Keepers. It's an oracle deck with a lot of messages about the journey that we're on. Okay, and this guy, however scary he looks or however interesting he looks, is here to bring us a message. And the message is to make you understand why people come into our lives and how we build relationships. So the most important thing to understand about this card, and I'm going to try and keep it up, is that all the people that come into our lives, they're here to teach us lessons. Okay, we need to agree on that. Number 2, if you refuse to let anyone in, or if you refuse to make yourself vulnerable and to open up to people, then you cannot be in a teamwork. If you refuse to trust anyone, you cannot build your foundation. You cannot build the structure that you want in your life. So imagine this. Imagine you are running a department, or you're running your business, or you are running your household even. Okay? If you are completely shut down, and if you don't trust anybody, and if you're micromanaging, and if you are constantly not opening up to the idea of that someone can do it differently than you, then you are not going to have any allies. You're not going to have anybody that's going to support you. You're not going to have anyone that's going to allow themselves to be vulnerable towards you. Does that make sense? Okay. So the message of my gentleman here, whoever he is, it looks a little bit native. Looks a little bit, I don't know why I'm getting Texas. I feel Texas. I feel like it has a lot of history, a lot of ancestors, but definitely whoever he is, he's coming in to give us a gift, the gift of teamwork. Okay, and it's about recognizing who belongs in your life. So my beautiful gems, that's another really important thing. Who belongs in your life comes in to talk about, if you become weak and and you keep saying, I don't know why I talked to this person, or, that's it, I deserve better, or, you know what, I'm so sick and tired of people like, doing things behind my back, and just blocking yourself all the time, not allowing people to, you're not allowing yourself to see clearly and to respect yourself. That's another big one, right? How can you build your personal foundation, your personal values, if you just constantly break down your values? Like, that makes no sense to me, right? Why would you personally break down your values when you want respect, when you want this teamwork, when you want to build relationships? Who wants to build a relationship with someone who doesn't even want a relationship, who doesn't build that relationship for themselves? Okay, so there's a lot going on here, and I don't want to confuse you, but let's talk about the teamwork. So what I'm going to do in order for you to reflect and to allow yourself to find where your foundation lies with yourself personally in your life, I'm going to go through the book and give you the questions that allows you to write in your journal and go on this journey, guys. Go on this journey. This is how we learn. This is like the difficult part of being on this journey, of like elevating, about becoming spiritual. This is the hardest part, when we have to look at ourselves. And remember, it's all about the teamwork and understanding why people come into our lives, and in order for you to build that sacred foundation, to open up and to become vulnerable so that you can trust, so people can trust you, and vice versa. Okay? Because when people trust you, then you can build absolutely anything. Your whole world turns into a magical kingdom. Believe me when I tell you this. So even our personal relationships, like with family, once you become completely vulnerable, able to communicate, allow yourself to open up, allow yourself to listen, your family relationships can actually work. But the thing is, people put expectations on their kids, put expectations on their families, like expect their parents to be a certain way, and their siblings, and then it creates all of this negativity, and everybody shuts down. So you cannot build a teamwork with that. The question is, why are they part of your family? And why can't you together build this foundation, build this castle, this harmony in your family life? There's absolutely no reason. It's either all of the negativity, like expectations, greed, or people wanting things their way, not opening to the fact that a child does have a brain, is able to make good choices, but they lost trust if they're on the wrong path. But you also need to let go, and you know what? You're not here to fix someone else's life. I mean, yes, we do everything for our children, but at a certain point, when it's constant abuse, then the lesson is for you to understand that, well, why am I here? Okay, so let's go through the questions first. I'm not going to go deeper into that topic because it's a very deep topic, and it would require a lot more time for me to go into that. So, but I do promise you that it will come. It's just that it takes time for me to put the material together and to share all of that with you. And if I'm going to go into that topic, then I want it to be where it really gives you the power to deal with it. Okay, so just trust me, my beautiful gems, it's coming. Okay, all right. More likely in the new year, though, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I have a lot of things piled up ahead of me, and I can't even get to my emails. There's still emails I need to respond to, and it's just getting overwhelming. But I do promise that it's going to come. Okay, so here are some of the questions that can help you build the teamwork in your life. Okay, so question number 1: do you have difficulty in trusting people? Write that in your journal, and then I want you to answer it for yourself, but be honest with yourself. Okay, do you keep them at arm's length? Here's your next question: do you keep running into the same unhealthy relational dynamics? Are your instinct often off? So that question becomes very much about personal relationships. Are you repeating the same thing over and over? Are you like constantly being faced with the same wrong relationship? Notice I wanted to say toxic, but I said wrong relationship. So what is your lesson and it's going to keep repeating until you understand your lesson. So that is a really good question for you to go deep down inside and just ask yourself that, okay? All right. So the next question is, what old relationships are interfering most with your new ones? That's quite interesting. I'll repeat that. What old relationships are interfering most with your new ones? So I would interpret that for myself, but you guys interpret it the way you want. So if you have friends or even family members who are constantly telling you that you're making wrong choices, or why are they in your life, or they're not good enough for you, and so on, well, maybe it is time for you to look at that relationship with the old person and say, hey, are you really my friend, or are you just trying to sabotage whatever choices I make or the path that I'm meant to be on? Just kind of put the question how it would resonate with you so that you can come up with the right answer for yourself. Okay? Here's another question. Think of a time when you experienced or witnessed teamwork. That's a good question. I experienced it a lot of times in my life. Teamwork with my own children, teamwork with my parents, teamwork with my friends. We understand each other. We have a trust. We're vulnerable. I have a teamwork with my colleagues. I've had it for many, many times, and believe me, it really builds an extraordinary foundation. You can get things done, working together, collaborating. It's amazing. So you write down when you've experienced that and see what was different about you. Okay? All right. Here's another one. Draw a map of your current relationships. Indicate who are your true allies. Who do you trust? Who don't you trust? And be honest. That's quite interesting. That's a fun exercise. As a matter of fact, my beautiful gems, you know what? I'm going to do the exercises too. And you know what? I always have my journal, and this is a good one for me to go into because it's been a while since I've been going through these, and I'll do it with you because I feel like we're always learning, and I feel that with the different stage in my life today, I feel that there's something new that I need to learn. So I'm going to go into this as well, okay? And the final question is, take a look at the people you've struggled with most in your life. If they were here to teach you something, what would it be? That's quite interesting. So take a look at the people you've struggled with most in your life. If they were here to teach you something, what would it be? Quite interesting. So my beautiful gems, I think that's quite an interesting guidance for today. I'll show you the picture one more time so you can enjoy this wise person. Okay, and I am going to pull a few tarot cards just to see if there's any more messages that Spirit wants to give us. And I'm going to go into the Gilded Tarot. I think this is my first deck ever. I've had this for quite some time. All right, Spirit, let's do this. Let's do this. What messages do we have regarding teamwork? Spirit is saying that you probably have a colleague, a business partner that you guys have had some challenges with. And Spirit wants you to, yes, look at this. Yep. Oh my goodness, quite interesting. So we have the Three of Wands. So you guys are just waiting for something to come in, okay? And I feel that this has a lot to do with that foundation we're talking about. And you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I feel with the Nine of Wands here, kind of gives me the energy of that wounded warrior. It kind of feels that you don't trust anybody and you might as well get it done yourself in order for it to get done right. And this is this is what this card is here to teach you. It's for you to understand that you can't keep doing this energy, because this is actually sabotaging the growth of your business, sabotaging how the way you run it. And Spirit is kind of showing me like two people, and literally showing me two male, and like they have this broken back, like someone is carrying all of the weight. And Spirit is saying, like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And it's funny because the 10 of Wands came out in the reverse, and this is telling me that, you know what, it's like you don't want to drop these burdens. You want to drop these burdens, but it's like you don't know how to drop these burdens. So I think if that resonates for you, my beautiful gems, this is indicating a very strong message for you. And it's kind of important for you to understand what the message of this wise person is trying to give us. This is a gift. And if you can actually become vulnerable and to see where it is in your either partnership or people that you're working with, but I definitely see like two male, and I don't know what, it kind of feels like business partners. It could be like brothers or something, but it feels that you guys are not even on the same page, and it requires for you guys to have that communication, have, you know, trusting that the other person can do something in a completely different way than you and still allow that success to come through. Because I feel like you're used to doing things the same old way, but there's a need for a change here. There's a need for you to open up, to listen, to allow something new to come in. Quite interesting, actually. Spirit, is there any more messages? Quite interesting. Okay, so with the 10 of Swords, I feel like you've been betrayed so many times in the past, and this is why you've shut down. But Spirit's saying, like, this is over. The past is over. This is a 10. 10 is endings. So whoever has betrayed you in the past, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone else coming into your life is going to betray you again. Okay? I think you've learned this lesson, and I think, my beautiful gem, it's time that you put these swords to rest. Okay, it talks about you being in your head a lot, but it talks about you like being that wounded warrior, like you're exhausted. I see that you're exhausted. It's time to lay down this burden. And if it requires for you to I'm just waiting for Spirit to confirm, but I'm not getting a confirmation. I was going to say maybe it's time for you to shut down that shop, but no, Spirit is saying that no, you need to take action. And the action that you need to take is to find that passion again within. Oh my God. Find that passion within you. Okay. We have the King and the Queen of Wands here. I feel like you see, so we have two energies that want to take action, that want to put in their efforts, their work, the passion. You guys both have a passion for whatever business you guys are doing together, whether you're collaborating, whether you're family members, whether you are, whatever it is that it is for you. So however it resonates, whether business partners, whether siblings, whether family situations, whether it is friends, even Spirit is telling me, whether it is colleagues at work, whether it is a relationship, doesn't matter, even a love relationship. So you guys are both willing to put the effort in. You're both very, very passionate. And look at this. One of you is the masculine energy and one of you is the feminine energy. What do you have? You have a perfect match. My beautiful gem, you have a perfect match. So it requires for you guys to not only put in the effort, bring in that passion back into it, and to become vulnerable. And don't forget, the King of Wands, he actually comes in, he has a plan, he has a goal, and he gets to the finish line. The Queen of Wands comes in, she comes in with passion, she comes in with creativity, she comes in with a whole different world of things. So together, if you guys can make this match, you guys can absolutely create something magical. And you know what? Other than the 10 of Swords here, I'm looking at this spread, and it's really necessary for someone here to take an action. Every single one of these cards is a Wands. So a lot of fire, a lot of action, and everybody wants the same thing. You both want your ships to come in, okay? You're both exhausted, tired. Who's going to break that ice? Who's going to put this to rest? It's time to stop fighting. It's time to let the pain of the past go. It's time to trust. It's time to open up. It's time to listen to what they're going to bring. Because you know what? Let them run with their creativity. You guys are two different people with the same passion, the same level of effort. Like this can only work. This can only turn very magical. My beautiful gems, that is a beautiful message for today. And I'm going to pull you an advice card. And I'm just trying to decide which one. Oh, Spirit's saying to take the angel cards. Sure, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, this will be fun. This will be fun. Sorry I didn't get to do the live today, but it's quite early. I just needed to get this message out, and then I'm going to try and answer some emails and get on with my day. All right, Spirit, what is the advice regarding this reading today? Angel dreams. Stairs. Oh my God. Direction and timing. My beautiful gems. Spirit is always talking. Spirit is always here with us. And you know what? This is quite interesting. And I am going to read it from the book because it's quite important. I feel like you guys are just moving up from here. You guys both want the same thing. So I don't see why you wouldn't open up and allow your guard to come down. You need to trust. You need to be vulnerable. You need to... the past is the past. It's not everybody that's from your past that will do the same thing. No. So this card is here to remind you of the divine timing. Although you might feel ready to move forward, the universe has a better plan for you. Maintain a steady and confident attitude. Continue climbing towards your goals. Stairs symbolize the direction in which you're heading on your life path. In dreams, going up the stairs means moving in harmony with your goals as well as spiritual expansion. Going down symbolizes the descent away from your goals. Perhaps you need to begin at the base level of learning in a situation. Descending stairs can also reflect going deep within to clear away old beliefs. My beautiful gem, today's message is really interesting. And you know what? I'm going to join this journey with you guys. I'm going to put those questions in my journal, and I'm definitely going to do the work. So here's some more messages. You might need to plumb deep inside yourself to access hidden emotions. Check in with yourself to discover any blocks you may be experiencing. Take one step at a time is the key. Absolutely. You are reaching new heights of spiritual understanding. Oh my goodness. My beautiful gems, that's teamwork. Build your foundation. Trust that the team is what makes the dream work. Absolutely. Well, there you have it, my beautiful gems. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please show me some love. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video, write me a comment. I love hearing your experiences. I love hearing anything that you have to say to me. And until the next reading, my beautiful gems, I'm sending you more love and more light. Don't forget, on Wednesday, we are going live, and it's going to be all about Libra. All right, I'll see you then.